gamers, gals, and my non-binary pals, welcome back to the channel. I know it was fun complaining about Malice and Ryziel for 80 times over, and 10,000 of the same. Well, Malice loses to Lancia debates. So, but nobody cares. Nobody cares about that shit because now we have actually good drama to talk about, depending on what side of the coin you're on. Actually, no, it's all bad. There's no fun here. Oh, by the way, chat, I got a new knife. I got like a pop knife. Pew 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 pew. Oh, look at this shit. It's going bing. Anyways, brief context. What is TCG Player? For those of you who don't know, TCG Player is a website where you can buy cards. It's very easy for like Yugi Zoomers to be like, yeah, of course you can buy cards online. Like, what are you, stupid? But back then, sites like eBay and TCG Players either like didn't exist or were like very, very shady. Like the concept of like going to a website and just being like, yeah, I want like three copies of like Allied Code Talker. That concept is very relatively new within like the last 10 years. If you wanted to like trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards before, what people used to do was like, yeah, here's my binder. Just here is like all the cards in my binder. Here's like me verifying that like I am a trusted seller. It was like fucked up. Wow, there's a check it out. Check me out. Wow, there's a lot of things to check out, huh? But yeah, back then it was a very, very, very tedious process to buy cards, like in general. But now we have TCG Player, and like to a degree we have like eBay and Card Kingdom and Card Market and blah 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 blah. You guys get the idea. Anyways, TCG Player takes off. Everybody loves TCG Player. TCG Player is like the goddamn shit. How do you not want to go to TCG Player and Google like Nami and like, ooh, look at her massive fucking boobies. Hi to low. Jesus fucking 1,000? Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe I should have been playing fucking One Piece this whole time. What was I doing? Fuck Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. It's One Piece time. But anyways, at around 2020, eBay bought TCG Player. They just fucking bought it. And when they bought it, they were like, trust me guys, I know we're eBay and a giga company, but we will definitely do our best to preserve the market and the company culture. Guys, just trust us. The benefits of acquisition. We're gonna enhance the experience for the customer. It's a great place to work. Guys, trust me. We're gonna keep everything the same. It's gonna be great. Guys, just trust me. Nothing could go wrong. Anyways, just as a little form of protection, TCG Player made the TCG Union. It's a union. Unions are good most of the time. In most scenarios, unions are pretty good. And that's really, really good. Considering that they're owned by a fucking super giga company, it's really, really important that they have like certain rights and protections to be, well, just overall protected by the union. And that's good. You know, like on paper. Anyways, not only is eBay not very nice to the TCG Player Union, they fucking hate them. And not too long ago, a little article got announced. eBay escalates intimidation of union members after closure announcement. And retaliatory, vindictive, and union busty, local leaders trash eBay's decision to end TCG Player's Syracuse operations. Now, basically what happened was, I don't know why. I don't know what they did, but they essentially closed down an authentication, like a massive authentication center in Syracuse. And they were like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. You guys want to have a union? You're not gonna have jobs. Go fuck yourselves. Like, obviously, there's like a lot more that you could. You're more obviously you could like get a lot more context if you read the fucking whatever. But you know, like sounds like eBay. A giga company would never lie or do anything wrong. What do you mean? Look, there's a reason why every Amazon delivery package driver has like calves the size of fucking moons. They're fucking sprinting. They don't have time to pee. They gotta get like the 500 packages. Security guards deployed by the way. What is this? The fucking Shinra Electric Company? Is fucking Sephiroth gonna take away your Fool losses? At Syracuse, TCG Player's authentication server has created an oppressive atmosphere by physically and verbally harassing its employees, according to results from union workers inside the facility. Oh, I just realized I could be using Epic Pen instead. Oh yeah! On Friday, eBay abruptly announced that it'll be closing the authentication center, terminating the employment of hundreds of TCG Union CWA local members, aka the union, in order to evade its bargaining obligations and to keep the company non-union. Dozens of unidentified security guards enter the building, watching doors, following workers in the break rooms, and watching restrooms, and using physical force against workers. Guards have told workers that they were getting paid hourly to beat on people, also while using misogynistic language in the office. The eBay representative followed the member from the building, accused him of trespassing, and threatened to call the police. The union member was then placed on administrative leave. Deploying security guards to stalk us immediately after letting us know we would all be losing our jobs is psychological warfare. Anyways, very not good. No bueno. Bad TCG player / eBay. Bad company. Very mean. Not good. When we're reading the other article, I wish they never even took it over. It's another example of multinational coming in, acquiring business, taking the life out of it, and going someplace else. It is very fucked up how, like, objectively one of the best ways to, like, quote unquote grow your business or to, like, line your pockets better is to, like, buy a company and scrap it for parts and then just, like, fuck everyone in the process who, like, worked at those companies originally. It's very, very depressing, but that's just the way the world works. It's evil. It's like literally evil. eBay made $10.3 billion last year. I know for a fact that what employees were looking for was modest, minimal. They have been bargaining at the table of eBay for over a year now. This reeks of eBay not bargaining in good faith. It never makes sense why companies like do this. Like, okay, sure, you lose a couple profit points. I get that, but at the same time, what do you think is gonna happen? The rule cool is like the court of. I'm so sorry to anyone watching the YouTube video, by the way. Unless you hear me like play with my fucking shitty like OTF knife. It's just my fidget toy. It's fun. Like, what do they think is gonna happen? Do they think like everyone's gonna be like, yeah, go eBay? Or they think like the boycott's gonna last forever? Or they think that the boycott's gonna like die in like 2 minutes? The answer is like absolutely not. It's not hard to find better websites to buy cards from. You know what I mean? The very easy, obvious example is like Troll and Toad if you really want to. Again, we have like Card Kingdom, we have Card Market, we have Troll and Toad, we have Facebook Messenger groups, we have like Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market, we have like Tier 0 games. There are like billions and billions of independent vendors, sites separate from TCG Player, like whatever. Like sure, it may be like 10% less convenient, but you know, I would rather support like a local business like Core TCG, like Cyfello just said, rather than, you know, the giga conglomerate known as TCG Player if they're gonna be like pieces of shit to their workers and like the independent vendors, you know what I mean? Like the optics of doing stuff like this is just like, it just never makes sense from a PR perspective. Like at best, you are known as a company that fires a bajillion trillion, that just like fires people and hires union busters. That is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is like, you tank the company and it never recovers. And like you could argue that like tanking the company is like a good thing, and maybe there's like insider trading to buy puts on TCG Player so that they can make more money and then eventually just sell off TCG Player and like scrap it for parts and leave the whole shebang like broken and shattered. And, like there's no more faith or love in the community. It's very fucked up. It's not good, you know what I mean? For obvious reasons. Anyways, the TCG Union, the CWA, emergency call to action. We're calling for a boycott of TCG Player to demand that eBay keeps the authentication center open and keeps 200 unionized jobs in Syracuse. Lay off eBay. Hashtag greed, very funny. TCG enthusiasts, don't buy your cardboard from TCG Player. Very, very, very fucked up. Again, eBay announced that they're shutting down the authentication center. We're calling on our community to stop purchasing from TCG Player until they agree to keep the authentication center open. Again, the authentication center is like, it was like their main Giga location. It's basically like, this is like their main HQ. eBay is a corporation worth billions of dollars and spent millions on a multi-year anti-union campaign. We need to call this what it is, an illegal, vicious attempt to break the union. Also, they wouldn't have to pay workers an extra $1 an hour. Putting 200 highly specialized authentication workers out of a job will only hurt the TCG community and provide a lower standard of service. We suggest these alternatives, again, support your local game store, Card Kingdom, utilize peer-to-peer networks on Discord and Facebook. Thank you for your support. We're calling this boycott out of necessity and appreciate the outpouring of support from our community. That, we're gonna leave you guys. For the most part, fuck eBay. All my homies fucking hate eBay. Go to your local's farmer's market, also known as your locals, and buy from your local backpack vendor. Go to Card Market, go to Facebook Discord groups, support the TCG Union. Again, this is their Twitter page. Go check it out. Whatever petitions they have, feel free to sign it. Share the message. All my homies hate eBay. Fuck eBay. eBay can suck my balls. Anyways, that's gonna be it. That's just my 2 cents and a quick little wrap up regarding the whole TCG player scenario for those of you who may not be totally aware. And yeah, it's gonna be it for this video. Goodbye forever.